Top of it, top of it, top of it. It's your boy, Coach One Stack, man. We tapped in, y'all. And, I'm about to bring y'all this video, man, about your boy DJ Academics accusing DJ Vlad of calling Boosie broke. And, they're actually true. He's broken away. Like, he's not broke with pockets. But before I get into that, man, you already know, man, hit the like button, hit the subscribe bell, hit that notification bell, so y'all know when I'm dropping, man. And make sure you share the content. Share the page, y'all, man. I like bringing y'all this raw as content because they don't want me to bring it to you. Can you dig? But as you know, your boy Boosie has acres, bro. He has a badass house. He got a lot of land. To me, I think he's building his own town, and I think it's super. You know what I mean? But at the same time, since Boosie has left DJ Vlad's platform, I mean, the man started his own Patreon. And I think the Patreon, he did an interview and the Patreon is not even a page. The Patreon, I think he got 56 likes and 20 some comments. You go from millions to nothing. And all DJ Vlad was basically saying, and I'm going to tell you guys a lot of this stuff, especially a lot of buy-ins. If you have a little money, man, you got to put your money to the side and learn how to make your money work for you. If you want to learn how to make some of your money work for you, say you got 10 bands. If you want to know how to turn it into 50 and not by just using 10,000 and turn it into 50 in about 2-3 months, man, tap in with your boy, man. I give financial advice, but not on this channel right here, on a whole different channel. But anyways, DJ Vlad's basically, letting them know, man, Boosie's pretty much broke. He's living from paycheck to paycheck at 43 years old. And when you're a young hustler, you need to be putting money away for a rainy day. So because when you turn 53, 63 years old, you ain't gonna be able to keep doing them shows. I personally, I know people, I don't know the man, who brought him out here to Vegas, and he hustles. He might make 100,000 a weekend. When he come to your city, he's gonna do 3-4 different promos. He gonna pop up at Foot Locker. He gonna do a lot of moving and grooving. He's a real live hustler. But he's also buying his kids all these cars, clothes, and he basically, you should be putting your money into stocks, the stock market, and getting long-term investments. Can you dig what I'm saying? That's what rich people do. So then later on, you can actually borrow against your stocks. You can borrow against your stocks. You can borrow money against your stocks and still keep your stocks. But that's a whole nother conversation, people. So yeah, man, they're talking about how your boy Boosie is basically not making good money decisions like your boy Money Mayweather. But I ain't gonna keep y'all too long, and if a lot of you guys don't catch what's going on with this financial talk, man, make sure you tap in with me because I'll give it to you. Because the streets is dead, y'all. The streets is gone. The best thing you can do is get your credit up and get you a bag. Let's get it.
Well, you said I crossed the line. Yeah, you did. When I made the comments about Boosie not investing his money. I absolutely think you did, Vlad. Where Boosie is fumbling the bag at this point in his life is that he doesn't invest his money. And we've had this conversation. I showed him my stock portfolio, and I showed him how your money needs to start working for you. Because right now, Boosie's running around the country every weekend, throughout the week, doing shows at 43 years old and getting those bookings. At 53, 63, he's not going to want to move around like that. And if Boosie, I think if he had invested his money, and look, Boosie has a high burn rate. He's got a house. I heard him recently on Twitter complaining about property taxes. He's got a lot of kids that he loves. He's a great dad. So he's buying his kids cars and clothes. He's always a designer. He's got a lot of jewelry. He flies around everywhere. And he's constantly putting hundreds of thousands of dollars back into his home to create this incredible home for himself. But that's not really an investment because that's just for himself. Boosie's never planning on selling this house. That's just for him and his family and his legacy. So the fact that Boosie doesn't have millions and millions and millions of dollars that are making money for him, I think he's always chasing after the bag. He's always trying to make an extra couple thousand here, make an extra couple thousand there. Vlad, let me tell you this, man. When you see, us men, we all have an ego. You, I, everyone. Like, we all have to check it. You got to check your ego. You got to keep it in check. Really, to advance in life and not crash out. But also, we all have like this pride and certain things are kind of sacred to us. And certain things, even if it's the truth, it hits differently, especially when said publicly. And I do know, especially us people of color, especially coming from this hip hop community, especially rappers, anytime their financial stability is ever questioned, is ever brought up, or ever insinuated about, they get really defensive. I'll give you an example that doesn't have to do with Boosie. I was covering the Offset situation. Me and Offset, we speak a lot. Offset calls me a lot of times. And, you know, I always have this one conversation with Offset. It puts me in a really tough spot where I have to, you know, I have one of the biggest media platforms in hip hop. I have to report about what's going on publicly with him. Mm-hmm. Brother, you're caught lacking, sleeping in a bed with Selena Powell, a girl who was integral in you and Cardi's relationship when there was a lot of scandals. I have to report it, bro. I get it. Me and him are cool. And I think he kind of looks at me and he's like, yo, well, why would you amplify this? And I'm like, it's not like I'm breaking the story, right? It's not like I'm like, hey, let me go find this. This is now news. I have to speak on it. So we've kind of had like, you know, a little bit of an interesting relationship, but it's been cool. Like, you know, I saw him like pretty much every night on tour with Young Boy. He was on tour, and we hung out. Like, he played me music. I would be in his dressing room. Like, we were good. And you know, not saying we're not good now, but what happened is that recently, I could tell he was gaining this disdain. And actually, he did gain this disdain because, like, the conversations with me and him used to be like, yo, come on, bro. Like, yo, you gotta help me. Like, right now, you know, females are looking at like this. You know, they're thinking about their image. Like, bro, like, I'm trying to not look like a villain. Get it? But the conversation started being a little bit more negative. It was kind of like, man, fuck you, man. And it was kind of like he's way more upset at me. Why was he upset? Well, he's upset because of certain narratives that essentially and inevitably were starting to circulate and get louder because of his own actions. And I would have these conversations. I would say, Offset, listen, I even try not to post every video of a fan watching you in the casino or taking a picture with you, but there's a narrative building. They're saying that you're the guy who have not done music recently, you're estranged from your wife, who's now with another guy, and you're in the casino gambling your pain away. That's what the narrative is. It's not me. And I think he's looking at it, was like, well, you're one of the biggest voices. You could help that. And I'm saying to him, I'm like, well, you have to understand what role you're taking. It's not that I could just say something and people don't, they're like, oh, okay, Offset's good. They're seeing pictures of you there consistently. These are things that if you weren't there or if you didn't allow these things to happen, no one could say anything. And I could see the lack of accountability there because he would just talk about what I would be doing to publicize certain stuff. Anyway, long story short, it gets to the point of the whole shooting thing, right, with Lil TJ. And, you know, when I had spoken to Selena previously about, like, him in the casino, she said he had borrowed $20,000 from her, right? Yeah. Yeah, he said Offset is borrowing $20,000. She, according to her, right? And the messages. Remember, he didn't talk to her for a long time because remember she was like the chick that kind of almost ruined their relationship. But he's not with Cardi B anymore. And apparently, you know, Offset, when she's trying to like get back with Offset, she claims she like linked up back with him on Finsta and stuff like that. And apparently, Offset agrees to kind of like hang out with her when she tells him that she has $20,000 in cash. So Offset says, bring the $20,000. He takes the 20, he gambles, and whatever happened, right? I guess they maybe sleep together or whatever. Cool. During that time, because she never got her money back, she actually took a lot of receipts. But everybody knows Selena Powell. She's going to keep receipts on everything. And some of the receipts included, like, you know, details about Offset, you know, losing a lot of money at the casino. And after the Lil TJ thing happened, all these things kind of came back to light because now people are saying, well, we're seeing patterns here. You know, this guy's losing a lot. He didn't pay her $20,000 back. Well, look over here too. He may have gotten shot because he didn't pay this guy his $10,000. Me speaking about this, Offset, we had a conversation, and in the conversation, and I know we've kind of strayed off from the Boosie points, but I'm gonna make it make sense. Mm-hmm. I once again tell him the same things. Yo, Offset, some of these things you're creating. I understand when somebody feel like they're getting a bad shake from the media, but dude, you're in these environments. You're allowing fans to take pictures of you. They're now secretly recording you, making up fake captions because you're giving people the opportunity to keep writing this narrative that you're a degenerate just in the casino at all times.
And see, and that's the thing, y'all. When you constantly putting your financial business out in that world, like Boosie doing, you constantly putting it out there. You guys answer in the comments, like, everybody's time. Like, I feel like my time's worth $1 million a minute, but am I going to get paid for it? No. But if Boosie was getting $25,000 an interview just to sit there and talk for 2 hours, don't you think that's a little greedy? Like, come on, man. Sometimes you got to look at the bigger picture, man. You can't cut your nose off to spite your face. That's like you quitting a job that you making $100,000 because they won't give you a $5,000 raise, and then you want to go into business for yourself and you're only making $20,000. Like, it just make sense. But, man, how many of y'all, man, drop in the comments, how many of you guys think that Boosie is going to be back begging to be on DJ Vlad's show? And when he do, let me tell you how I go as a hustler. Now I don't offer you 25. I offer you 18. You dig? See, because once you leave, there's no negotiation. The power has shifted. Nah, you don't get 25 now. Or it could be a play. Vlad is known for using our people. It could be a play where they are having this little hissy fit, right? And when he comes back to Vlad, it could blow the channel up. You got to be careful. But, man, y'all leave in the comments what you think. But you know the rest, man. Remember to be blessed, stressed. Don't make sure you never get finessed. And make sure you're getting plenty of rest. And don't be broke like your boy Boosie is, church.